Welcome to Monkey Talk, brought to you by
the Four Monkeys Wrestling Podcast. Christopher here at Friday Night Fights with Logan Creed. Logan, great night, great match. I'm not going to spoil it for the folks that are catching it on iwtv, but you guys literally almost brought the house down. So congratulations on a successful match. I'm not going to say who won the match, but I think we all know that we all enjoyed it. I want to talk about who was young Logan Creed.
Man, young Logan Creed was a sheltered, church raised by a preacher. Quiet, probably, I was introverted growing up through school. And I guess it was really, wrestling after high school that kind of broke me out of my shell and brought me to where I am and who I am today.
When you say wrestling brought you out of it, was there a moment that wrestling came into your life that you remember?
Yeah, it came to my life for as long as I can remember. My family and my grandparents watched wrestling religiously, and it was always the pay-per-views, it was always the NWA, Starcades, and it was literally almost like a community event. The entire family would come together and watch this stuff, and I was 3, 4, 5 years old. So it was a part of my life for as long as I can remember, and I used to just sit at my grandparents' house and watch tapes, every time I was there, over and over and over again. So, it was something that was always there. I didn't really realize that it was something that I could do until after high school, and because I didn't really know how it worked, and I just looked up online one day,
Googled
how do you train to be a wrestler, and all this stuff pops up, and so I sought out a local school that was near where I lived at the time, and that's kind of how it started.
Really cool. Now, was there anybody in wrestling that you were a fan of? Somebody who stood out to you?
It was always, as a kid, it was Sting, it was Legion of Doom. The guys that you really look at me now and you can see it. You can see who inspired me to be a wrestler, because so much of that reflects in who I am now.
What's the motivation? What gets you up every day and gets you into the ring?
The people, man. That's why we're here. I love wrestling. I love what it is. All of it. There's no wrestling out there that I look at and I say, that's not what wrestling is. I think wrestling is whatever you want it to be, and whatever you see it as, because that's what art is. Any art is how you see it. So, there's nothing that I don't like about wrestling, and I think that's what makes it such a great thing, and why people respond to it the way they do, because there's so many different types of fans, but they all agree on the same thing, that they love wrestling.
That's great. It's a great way to look at it, too, because you don't have to segregate, and you don't have to be like, no, I like this, you like that, so we can't get along. It's all wrestling, and we should all be a family.
That's right. And wrestling's one of those things, too, that, I think they broke ground on things culturally before the world did, and especially the guys, because, we're out there together and we're performing together and we're putting on this show together. And so, we were breaking ground long before the world was, and now everybody's coming together and thinking the same way. So that's really cool to see.
Awesome. So let's do a couple favorites until we get into the most important question. But I noticed your gear has a little bit of a theme to it. So I'm just going to be curious, and I'm going to generally ask the question, do you have a favorite maybe movie or favorite type of movie?
So obviously, if you can't tell by the name and the gear and everything, I'm a huge comic book nerd. But yeah, this gear specifically was definitely themed after Thanos. Even the design of it through all that I have was, I wanted it to look like a superhero. That's what I wanted it to be. So when I drew it and designed it, it was that in mind. It was like, who would Logan Creed be as a superhero? And that's what it is.
That's awesome. Do you have a favorite comic series?
X-Men was always my favorite growing up. I just felt I attached to that. I attached to the characters in X-Men, and they were different, and I always felt different. So it was cool to just, to be able to have that, and that's kind of what I grew up on and responded to was being an X-Man. That's how I felt.
Do you still collect today?
I do. I have, actually, you can check it out on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, an actual video of the entire collection of Hot Toys from all the movies, the 1/6 scale figures. So if you want to check out the collection.
Awesome. What's that YouTube channel?
Logan Creed, at the Logan Creed.
Awesome. Check out that Logan Creed. Yeah, I'm going to go check that out tonight. Yeah. All right, here it is. Most important question of the night. No other question matters. Oreos. Are you a single stuff Oreo person or a double stuff Oreo person?
Okay, so here's the deal. It's got to be double stuff, but you gotta take two apart and then stick them together.
Quadruple stuff.
Yes.
You're a big guy. I get it.
Yeah, when you're 6'10", double stuff still is not enough. You know what I mean? You gotta have more. It's always got to be bigger. Everything's got to be bigger.
Yeah, so. That's a double stuff to you.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
you're such a big
guy. And then you just throw those other two cookies away because they're just that, get out of the way.
Well, Logan, thanks for having a chat with me. I appreciate it. Again, congratulations on a great match, and it was really enjoyable. We can't wait to see you next time out in action wrestling.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much.
You can follow Logan Creed on social media at Twitter and Instagram. Just search for @TheLoganCreed. He's also on Facebook at Logan.Creed.182. And you can pick up some of his merch at Pro Wrestling Tees. Just search for The Heathen Logan Creed. And don't forget, Friday the 13th premieres on IWTV on Thursday, November 19th at 8 p.m. Follow that up on Friday with Round 2 of Friday Night Fights, which premieres on Friday, November 20th, also at 8 p.m. only on iwtv.live. Visit iwtv.live today to watch these great action wrestling events, plus numerous other archive shows from Action and other great independent promotions. Use code ACTION for a free 5-day trial. Don't miss out. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at The Bald Monkeys. Watch us live on our new Twitch channel, twitch.tv/TheBaldMonkeys.